Hello, I'm Dave Naylor, the news editor of the Western Standard. Embattled Calgary councillor Sean Chu says he's got no intention of resigning, but he has apologized to a woman he had a sexual encounter with 24 years ago. Quote, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean any harm," Chu told the Western Standard in an exclusive interview on Tuesday. City officials confirmed Chu had won the election race in Ward 4 by a mere 52 votes after allegations surfaced last week of his involvement in August of '97 with a girl who was just 16 at the time. "This was nothing but a political assassination," Chu told me. Chu, who has represented Ward 4 since 2013, also fired back at some media reports which he claims were completely wrong. Chu said he met the unidentified girl at a pub on McLeod Trail near 94th Avenue South and not the Husky House restaurant downtown where some media had reported. Quote, "Because it was a licensed establishment, I thought the girl was at least 18 years old," said Chu, who was in his uniform and with his partner at the time. "I was single and I thought some girl liked me," Chu said. The Western Standard cannot confirm at this time if there is a documentary evidence of the encounter, that the encounter was at the Husky House or at the pub on McLeod Trail. At some point in the interaction, Chu caressed the girl's leg, an incident that later earned him a letter of reprimand on his file. Chu said the girl seemed interested in him, so when he was off duty, he went home, changed into civilian clothes, and went back to the pub to meet her. The evening continued with Chu and the girl eventually heading to his house. Once there, the pair started, quote, "kissing and hugging," but there was no intercourse, said Chu. He did admit there was some, quote, "touching beneath clothes." Chu told me she then said she wanted to go home, and I drove her straight there. Chu denied media reports that a gun had been produced during the evening at the home. He said he had checked his service weapon in at the police traffic office when he signed off duty. At one point, Chu said he owned a shotgun, but denied that weapon was ever produced or shown in any way that night. He told me, quote, "If there had been a gun involved, there would have been charges against me." The Western Standard has not seen any documents that indicate the presence or absence of a firearm on the evening in question. Chu says he does not drink, but added he did not know if the girl had been drinking that evening. After the incident, the girl reported the case to city police, claiming she was sexually assaulted. That led to 9 years of investigations, court battles, and appeals, with news of the case only leaking last week, days before the election. There was never any sexual assault or weapons charges laid, and Chu says the letter of reprimand was the only discipline that came out of the entire process. That stayed on his file for 5 years and was eventually removed. Documents obtained by the Western Standard and other media indicate that the woman claimed the whole process was, quote, "a cover-up." Chu served as a Calgary police officer from 1992 until he was elected in 2013. Chu is now at the center of a political storm, with friends and supporters deserting him. Calgary Nose Hill MP Michelle Rempel-Garner tweeted her disgust at the incident. She tweeted, quote, "I have supported Mr. Chu in the past, but firmly withdraw all such report in light of these reports. Believing the women means walking the talk." She continued, "In light of the disciplinary action as a result of inappropriate contact with a minor, MP Rempel-Garner is formally withdrawing her endorsement of Councillor Sean Chu, and he will no longer be a member of her community association." Now Chu is looking at his legal options and a possible defamation lawsuit over what he calls some of the false reporting. He told me, "I have always told the truth. My reputation is important to me, and now my family is hurting." Chu said he wouldn't comment on remarks made by new Calgary Mayor Jyoti Gondek that she will try and have him removed from council. He said, quote, "I will continue to tell the truth at council and will be a fiscal hawk. The most important thing is I told the truth and the truth will prevail." It appears any bid to try and remove Chu from council would fail because he was not charged or convicted criminally. For the Western Standard, I'm news editor Dave Naylor. Good afternoon.